welcome to a live Shaw Sports presentation.
Warriors, masked men, sharpshooters. This is the WLA.
The Nanaimo Timbermen, the Victoria Shamrocks, the home opener for the Timbermen in the Western Lacrosse Association on this Saturday night. Let's take a look at the goaltending matchup right off the hop. Or the Nanaimo Timbermen going with Pete Dubensky in nets. And Peter Dubensky, a guy that was a high draft pick a year ago, and all of a sudden the number one guy in the offseason. Zach Boychuk traded, and Dubensky and the Timbermen off to a 1-1 start. And at the other end, it's going to be Matt Royk, a longtime veteran of the Western Lacrosse Association. He's the starting netminder for the Victoria Shamrocks. And the absence of Aaron Bold, will it be a factor? Well, it certainly wasn't. Jim Kipp, the first two games of the season, Victoria has jumped out 2-0 this year.
Well, when you're concerned about a goalie like Matt Royk being your backup, you're in good shape, right? Or when he starts your season for you. Matt was one of the original big goalies, and he's been around for a long time. I'd say Dubensky was probably playing minor when he started his goaltending career. And the Shamrock team, they're well put together, of course, coached by Nanaimo boy Bobby Hayes, who longtime Nanaimo, who was a Timberman, and one of the only people I know that has a shutout as a goaltender in the Western League.
Opening face-off, bouncing towards Matt Royk and the Victoria Shamrocks. Wardle tries to scoop it up, but he will. These two teams played once already, opening night in Victoria. 18-6 for the Shamrocks, 17 points, a league record for Corey Conway, and he's got the ball right now. He had 11 points in the first period a week ago. Wardle passes it off. Shatler to Conway. Shatler back with the Shamrocks after an absence in Eastern Canada. Here's Breber, a former Timberman, weaving his way towards the net occupied by Dubensky. Late in the possession, though, as time ticks down, and that's a good sequence for Nanaimo defensively to start the game.
Corey Conway, you talk about him. My God, it was Corey Conway beat the Nanaimo Timbermen the other night.
A fantastic world-class player having a fantastic world-class night. Cody Bremner for Nanaimo. Passes on the other side. Colton Clark, a newcomer, puts it towards the middle. Bouncing ball free there. Howries couldn't take it, but Lee does. Dumps it down low. Clark looking for it, will take it. Colton Clark with a drive, scores! Colton Clark, the Nanaimo boy, makes it 1-0.
Outside bounce shot, 20 feet outside the dot, and Colton can let the ball go. He's got a good eye for the net. He's always been also at dishing off the ball. Good play there. Good ball movement leading into that too. Here comes, it was the end of the shot there. Nice outside, nice low bounce shot, high percentage shot.
And you and I, Jim, we watched this team a lot.
Nice outside bounce, so Royk had no chance.
Nanaimo's been minus right-handers since the departure of Scott Ranger.
Scuffle going right in front of the Nanaimo bench.
Fagan involved for Victoria, and for Nanaimo it's Ems, and it's more of a wrestling match than anything right now. I talked to Caleb Toth this week, Jim, and he said, we have to play with a chip on our shoulder against this Victoria team and really against every team in the league.
You have to play with a chip, but you got to be smart. You can't take that extra penalty. You can't take like an uneven penalty. But you always, this game is about edge. It's one of the fastest games on 2 feet and one of the most physical games that still exists in the world today. And at the WLA has a classic lacrosse game, and you have to play with courage, conviction, and I think Caleb's going to bring that out in the boys. And of course, Bremner really helps on the bench too.
A minute 11 seconds in, already a goal, and coincidental roughing minors handed out. Some 4-on-4. Nanaimo on the ball with Bremner, passes it down low. Controlling Doug Langlois, moves it across on the other side. There's a shot from the outside by Jones, but it didn't get through. He tries to recover the ball. Still 18 in the possession for Randy Jones. Victoria wins the ball battle. They're going to come out 2-on-1 break. Shamrocks running towards the net. Northway drops it off. Miles Kenny scores! The former Nanaimo Timberman. It's 1-1.
Nice trailer play by Kenny there. He snuck in the back door. The passer was aware of the ball and aware of the position. Nice play by Victoria to go up 2-1. Interesting, you look at the stats in the league and you look at all the green spots on the points, the goals, the assists, goaltending. It's just they're in a lot of categories right now, the Shamrocks.
Miles Kenny, not known for his goal scoring, but able to snap that one by Dubinsky, and a 1-1 tie in the first 2 minutes of this game. Nanaimo Victoria, and Timbermen hoping it doesn't end up an 18-6 type game like it did last weekend, but certainly the offenses have been going so far in the first 2 minutes, and Schattler's on the ball now. Schattler looking towards the front. Plays it off to Reese Dutch. Dutch waiting. 4 on the 30 pass. Schattler bounces one high and off to the side. Mazzucato scoops that up, and Nanaimo's away with the ball.
Yeah, you got to watch a guy like Reese Dutch, outside shooter too. The game last night against New Westminster, you got a couple of real beauties from outside.
There's a drive and a save made by Reich as the ball goes to Lee for Nanaimo from the corner. Up top for Cody Bremner to his right. On the ball there, Cullen plays the ball towards the front. It bounces around, and Schattler's after it on the recovery. Schattler looking up floor. Leads it ahead for Miles Kenny. Kenny dropped it off to Schattler, and Schattler drops it again for Reese Dutch. 1-1, 2:40 in opening period. Dutch is on the move, dropping for Conway. 4 assists yesterday, so he's hot in the first 2 games, Conway. Reese Dutch controlling the ball, bouncing around, and Nanaimo trying to get control of it here. It is going to be Timberman ball, and that's a couple of times Victoria's possession has been stopped early by Nanaimo.
Yeah, no, that's nice. Nanaimo's playing decent defense, keeping Victoria to the outside. Although, like I say, right now, you can shoot from the outside with this Victoria team. Small, and those guys, Dutch, they're amazing.
Here's a break for Nanaimo's. Howry's cutting right in on goal. His shot is stopped by Reich, but what a run by Brett Howry's.
Good effort down the outside. Cut in nice. Good left-hand curl to the net.
Okanagan boy, but a long-time Nanaimo junior Timberman, and Howry's picked up in the draft this winter. Moffat on the ball for the Shamrocks. Passes off. McShane controls. McShane to the other side. Schattler from there. Schattler passes. Paul Breber with a drive. That one's blocked, and the ball taken away by the Timbermen. Running the floor is Rowe. Tyson Rowe moving towards the front, passes it in, tighten a shot. They score from the side. Randy Jones taking the feed. Timbermen up 2-1.
Hey, the man got to the bench fast in transition, giving Nanaimo that quick 3-on-2. Excellent passing play. Rowe made a nice pass cross 4. Excellent fake and shot, comes short side. Roik went for the fake. Nanaimo's tied her up.
Still not a lot of room there for Jones in tight, but he found the hole. Timbermen have the lead back at 2-1, 3 minutes and 42 seconds in.
Good to see the Twine move early.
And here's Bremner breaking towards the Victoria goal. Cody Bremner settles it down. You like offense, you're seeing it early so far in the first 4 minutes. Cullen controlling for the Timbermen. Passes it up towards McIntyre. Now once again Cullen. Looks across the floor, bouncing ball. Roik with the easy scoop up, and the Victoria goalie looks for the outlet. Miles Kenny again, a bouncer to Fagan. Coming towards center, hits Corey Conway. Conway also a former Nanaimo Timberman as well. Ball to the middle for Dutch. Dutch to the other side for the shifty Wardle to Schattler. Back for Reese Dutch. Dutch, the right-hander, plays it to the middle. Schattler with a drive, and that one deflects high and out of play, but off an Nanaimo body. It's Victoria ball again.
Late in the ball control, but Nanaimo's keeping them outside, making them try and put that late shot in the net.
Wardle in control to Conway. Conway breaks into a run, looking towards the front. Conway. Reese Dutch. Other side, Wardle. Wardle waits, passes. Conway. Still lots of time on the possession, puts it to the front. He was hoping to spot his man Wardle. Bouncing ball to the side. 3 players in the battle for it. Shamrocks doing well here with Steve Higgs trying to come up with that ball. He's warding off 2 Nanaimo defenders, but the Timbermen will be happy there. They let the 30-second clock run out. They get the ball back.
Don't forget Higgs was a Nanaimo senior B player for quite a few years. Victoria boy, but an Island boy. Came up and played for the senior B team when they went to the President's Cup.
Langlois for Nanaimo, passes the ball. Lee moves it to the wall. Jones picking. Pass from Clark in tight, and a good save this time. Jones tried to almost beat Roik in the same spot. The arm came up quickly.
Really like Nanaimo's effort on the loose ball. post shot. They got the ball back there by effort, by pushing the ball back into the crease. So it's a back in. Nanaimo's gained possession. Good effort on a forecheck.
Nanaimo ball again with a fresh 30, and it's Randy Jones to McIntyre. Doug Langlois on the run with a shot. Roik a piece of that, and the ball bounds back towards the Shamrock bench. Timbermen are on it again. It's passed off towards Howries. Brett Howries from the corner. Twisting and turning, tries to escape Burton. That's not easy to do. Howries to Langlois. Langlois to the other side. The ball deflected away. McIntyre collects it. McIntyre moving in, feeds the crease. Nice run by Lee, but he couldn't penetrate the defense. Ball's in close, and Howries trying to get a shot through, and the ball goes off to the side. McCullough will control it there.
Good effort by Nanaimo on ball movement, and Victoria good defense. They kept Nanaimo outside on that exchange.
Corey Conway moving towards the front now. Conway for the Shamrocks. He'll be missing Corey Small. Small, the captain this year, not in the Shamrock lineup today, but he was excellent in that 18-6 win last weekend. He'll be a player they'll miss for sure. Conway wheeling, passing. Shatler a drive. Dubinsky to save. Rebound. Tyson Rowe hacking and whacking for it in front of his own net, and he comes up with the ball. The big guy lumbers out towards center. He's got Creveruccia with him. Rowe to the net with a shot, and that goes high off the dasher, bounces way high into the air. It's going to be Shamrock possession.
I'm not certain that's lumbering or buzzsawing with them big legs.
That's a little bit of both.
Yeah, it is a bit of both there, isn't it? The kid can move. He's 6'10".
2-1 Nanaimo in front. Victoria on the ball. Reese Dutch moving up. Dutch looks for a lane to the net. Won't find one there. Looks like he might have had a foot in the crease there. It's going to be Nanaimo ball at any rate.
That was a long call from Greg Pepper back on this end. Lehman was out of position to see it, but I think he touched the crease.
John Lehman and Greg Pepper, the referees tonight. Timberman on the ball with Bremner, puts it behind the net. Colton Clark breaks into a run. Clark passes for Cullen. Cullen goes back to the other side. A long shot from Lee, and that goes high into the air, bouncing back towards the Victoria bench. Shamrocks trying to get control, but Cullen will wing it down floor towards Bremner. Bremner tries to cut in. Bremner rated on goal. He couldn't beat the goaltender. Then the rebound is shot in, but no goal on the play.
I think Bremner got pushed into the crease and bumped the goalie, so they called off that ball. But nice effort on the first play. Excellent passing by Nanaimo. Conway with the ball.
Conway starting forward for the Shamrocks. Game's really settled down since the early scoring. Wardle to Shatler. Shatler controlling, making moves, looking towards the goal. Still Shatler passes off to Bremer. A long shot. He missed with that. Rebound free beside the goal for Wardle. Wardle to Shatler. Shatler other way. Here's McShane in close. And Dubinsky a great stop, and he hangs on.
Interesting Victoria's shot selection right now. There's been a lot of outside shots. That's good for Nanaimo. It means they're keeping them pressured outside. Of course, Victoria could be resting a little after the game last night, trying to get the game legs.
Both teams have played recently and both beating the Bellies. Timberman did that Thursday, and Nanaimo waiting and watching last night as the Shamrocks beat the Bellies as well on home floor at the Q Center.
The island teams always feel good beating the Salmon Bellies on their turf or at home.
There's a long shot and a save from Roik. Roik looks for the outlet, and he's got Burton. Burton moving up the floor for Victoria to Corey Conway. A lot of the offense goes through his stick. One of the best passers in the game, Conway. Looking and feeding Dutch. Dutch to Breber. Shatler to Dutch. Wines, fires, bounces onto Dubinsky. Stopped it, couldn't get the rebound, but Mazzucato does, a great runner. Looking up the floor for the Timbermen. Brad Mazzucato looking forward, and he's got Benedict. Benedict leads away Cody Bremner to the crease area, hoping to get a quick stick play from Lee. That didn't connect.
Yeah, a little flick from behind the back.
Close play, optimistic. You have to have confidence to try it.
You got to try those.
Garland will loop the ball back towards Shatler.
Not certain you should do it at the beginning of a 30 seconds. That's my coaching part, right?
Yes, to Conway. Conway moving towards the goal. 10 on the 30 for Conway. After him is Smith. Conway continues to control. Passing for McShane. McShane breaks into a run. He's got to hurry to shoot it. He drops it back towards center. And again, a good defensive set for Nanaimo.
Really kept pushing, kept them going. Even the guys trying to cut across the floor, they kept pushing them until they were past the shooting zone. Good defense.
Just looking down at the bench, you can see Caleb Toth right into the game. Nanaimo's coach, a former Shamrock player as well. Here's a break to the net for Howries in alone, and a great stop by Roik on Howries. The second time he's bettered him.
Excellent curl to the inside, or the outside again to get in there from the left-hand side. Roik made a nice save.
Howry's getting the better of the Shamrock defenders, but Roik twice getting the better of Brett Howry's. Reese Dutch controlling for the Shamrocks. Dutch to the middle. Schattler tries to swim away from Benedict. Can't do it yet. Pass down low. Breber twisting, turning, shooting. Dubinsky stopped them. And Nanaimo takes the ball, and the former Nanaimo Timberman looking dangerous there, Paul Breber.
Yeah, it's interesting. The names this year, we've got to get used to which team they're playing on with all the shifting. There's, I think, 7, 8 new names on Nanaimo, new names on Victoria.
Well, remember, too, Nanaimo had 7 of the top 20 draft picks in February, so it's a completely new-look team, and they had to make changes after the struggles of last year. As Bremner walks in now, Bremner to the front, couldn't get a shot. Now he puts one just wide. Ball bounces free towards Cullen. Cullen couldn't take it. Yeager will. Starting into a run for Victoria. Timbermen up by 1. Here's a pass to Miles Kenny. Lane to the net. Kenny in with a drive. And that one didn't get through, and Kenny was taken out hard. Ball in the corner. Conway's trying to recover it. Kenny comes in hacking and whacking, but Nanaimo has control. They'll start up now.
Good loose ball effort by Nanaimo there. 2 men on. And got the ball out of the zone. Turnover. McCullough's got the ball down the boards.
Rowe tried to force it. Now he's got to try and force McCullough. Shots 9-6 in Nanaimo's favor. They have the extra goal at 2-1. Corey Conway passes other way to Schattler. Schattler to the corner for Wardle. Wardle lane to the nets. Ball knocked out of his stick. Nice defensive job there by Braden. It's Nanaimo possession.
Excellent defense again. Victoria had no opportunity.
Kyle Hoffler, the left-hander for Nanaimo. Passes the ball to Doug Langlois. Langlois. McIntyre puts it to the side. Colton Clark. Clark goes to Brett Howry's. Howry's waiting, looking. Short pass, bouncing around in traffic. Penalty call is upcoming here against Victoria. Good check on the wall, a hard one. That knocked Kyle Hoffler momentarily, but Langlois got it now. Wanted to beat the possession. Nanaimo is going to go to the power play, a slashing call against the Shamrocks.
Yeah, I don't think that Nanaimo was aware of the time left in the clock there. They took the ball out of the zone and set a quick pressure to the zone and get that shot off. This will be interesting to see. I mean, 8 minutes left in this period, a low scoring 2-1, 9-6 shots for Nanaimo. It's looking pretty good. Nanaimo's done good defense. Goaltenders stood in there in a lot of the outside shots and a few close in. And then Royk's made some good saves already in this end. So I think by this time, in that last game, Corey Conway had 8 points.
They had an amazing start of their home opener a week ago, no doubt. Nanaimo controlling now with Clark. Passes it off. Long range drive. Royk the save. Rebound. Picked up by Clark. His shot didn't hit the net. Lee's after the loose ball. Lee recovers it.
Victoria's blocked a few of those bodies. They put their bodies in the way of the ball.
Great at getting in lanes. Here's Bremner passing it off. Lee with a shot. Off Royk. Rebound. Howry's trying to get control, but instead it's the goalie Royk. Long outlet pass into the rafters. He was hoping to hit Schattler. I think he would have, but the rafters got in the way.
Yeah. Nice release. Soft pass. It was coming nice.
Bremner has the ball for the Timbermen, setting up the man advantage. Lee from the outside. Across to Bremner. Bremner. Clark waits. Clark fakes. Bremner goes across. Shot from Lee. Missed the net with it. Bremner reaching for it, but it's going to bound back down with 12 on the 30 towards Dubinsky.
Good ball movement on the power play there. Up and down and swinging it well.
Nanaimo got a reset there as it's brought up by Clark with a shot. And that one I think might have gone off the post. Royk might have gotten a piece of that too as it comes back down, and Nanaimo is going to get another reset.
Might have been even a bit of a toe in there.
That was a rocket of a shot from the outside. Timberman will take the reset at any rate. 48 seconds left on the power play. Clark passes down low. McIntyre, now Clark again. McIntyre, Clark, winding. Clark puts it across. Bremner cuts in. Bremner shoots. He scores. Cody Bremner, power play goal. It's 3-1.
Nice walk around Yeager. It was a beautiful. Give him a little swim fake or a little dip fake. Went around him and kind of used a nice screener and shot. Here's the replay here. Beautiful. Cody used Harnett as a screen, went around Yeager, used Harnett as a bit of a screen. Harnett didn't see him coming either because he had the Nanaimo crease man had pulled him out of the play, so he had his back turned. Excellent work by the Timbermen.
You know, I don't think of Clark as a point man when it comes to the power play, but he looked good in that position there. There's a big stop from Dubinsky.
Quick off the face-off. Breber, again, the Nanaimo boy.
3-1 Timbermen. They lead in the shots 13-7. Nanaimo on the ball again after that big save by Dubinsky off the faceoff. Langlois puts it across other side. Lee tried to pass off, and he had his man open there.
Moving pick, turnover. That's a good play. I'd rather see them bump hard on those picks than not. You notice Victoria, they're good on that bump pick.
Well, and of course, if you get away with it, the ref doesn't call it. Jones had a lane to the net. Nobody was near him. Shamrocks on the ball, trying to get their offense going. Here's Conway. Plays it down low. Now a feed to Reese. Touched in close with a shot. Great save, Dubinsky out to challenge, and he kicked it out.
Victoria set up with the ball behind the net on that. It was interesting, and fed the top cutter.
And if it's Reed's Dutch, that's exactly what you want to do. And Dutch got all of it, but so did Dubinsky. Bouncing ball free for Reese Dutch. He's alone. He fakes. He shoots. Oh, and Dubinsky again making a marvelous stop on Reese Dutch. Snake bitten on this shift.
Walked in all alone there. Dubinsky made a beautiful, beautiful save.
Nanaimo back the other way. Krivorucha has the ball.
You practiced that name.
A few times. Great transition player in junior. Played for Coquitlam, played for Nanaimo, drafted back in February. Here's Bremner on his way towards the front. 6 on the 30. Bremner's in tight with a shot. Roik made the save short side off Roik. It should be in the Nanaimo 30, and it is. Timbermen have control. Colton Clark passes in. McIntyre to Howries. Howries bounces it free. Lee controls. Spinning. Gets it up to McIntyre. Chase McIntyre takes the wrap. Still McIntyre. Passes the ball across. It's played down low. Lee out in front towards McIntyre. Off of him though. 6 on the 30. McIntyre's trying to escape from Harnett. Harnett's all over him and did a nice job there to dislodge the ball. Good defensive work from John Harnett.
Pushed him right through from the shooting zone, right against to pin him against the wall to get the ball back. Excellent defense.
Doesn't really matter which Harnett you're going up against. They're tough to beat.
They're good players, good defenders.
3-1 Timbermen, 4:10 to go here in the first. Corey Conway for Victoria, moving towards the net, passing it off. A knockdown on Dutch as he was hit hard by Mazzucato. 5 seconds for Dutch. Trying to get out front, feeds the front of the goal, and the ball bounces. And now taken back by Nanaimo. In transition, the Timbermen come with speed. Bacular Evans wants it. He's got it. Delayed call as he walks in his shot, and it bounces high, and it's going to be a bad line change penalty call.
Too many men, too quickly.
3:51 left in the period, and Nanaimo heading towards the man advantage. Delay of game call, and this has been certainly Nanaimo's period. The Shamrocks look a bit frustrated, especially on offense.
Well, it's interesting, of course, on that. Nanaimo's defense has been excellent. Not only man on man, but their 2-man game down there. They've done lots of nice switches. It's been excellent. As good as they could ask for a 3-1 lead in this first period with just under 4 minutes to go. Here's the start of the power play.
Bremner's got control now, passes. Bremner again. Playing catch with Clark. Bremner passing, shot from Lee. Roik down, made the stop and went backwards into the net to make sure that ball didn't leak through him.
They are working him today, swinging that ball across the crease, moving it well, and quick shots off the pass.
Harnett now passes to Conway.
This will be Victoria's in and out, probably up and down. They'll go up and down a couple times. Oh, and then up and down a couple times, and then the guy will go to the net.
Conway draws the double team, passes out of it to Shatler. Shamrocks are so dangerous, a threat to score anytime they're a man down and they get the ball rag going. Mazzucato tried to read Conway's eyes there as the ball goes in for Breber. Dubinsky got a piece of his shot and it goes out of play. The Shamrocks are going to get the ball back. Dubinsky's saying, hey, no, I didn't get a piece of that, but I think he did.
I think he touched that. Paul Breber's playing well. I like the boy. He plays hard, gives a good effort.
He's double teamed right now and he's in some trouble against the wall. Krivorucha and Smith both there trying to get the ball away. Fierce battle. Breber warms up with it, walks in, but he missed with his shot and it goes back towards center. Wardle controlling. 43 seconds left in this Nanaimo power play, but it's been all Victoria. Nobody wants to go too hard at Shatler. He's so elusive. Shatler's got the ball right now. Shatler for Breber. Breber with a pass down low. Controlling is Conway. Conway up top in the zone. 22 seconds in the power play. This is excellent execution from Victoria, a man down.
And I was giving them a lot of patience off the ball. They're almost ragging it for them. There's no pressure on the ball.
Couple of double teams on this man down situation for the Shamrocks, but not many. And Mazzucato watching Conway now, and power play just about ready to come to an end.
Even up.
What a kill for Victoria. Shatler looks to the front with a pass. It goes right into Dubinsky. He was hoping to spring Wardle, but Dubinsky had to be careful to make that save.
That was one of Victoria's better chances right now. That ball lobbed in there. Shatler put it in nice. It's one of those ugly ones that they lose sight of it coming into the crease.
Into the final 90 seconds of period one. Nanaimo on the ball with Bremner. Bremner looking towards the net, tries to cut in, and he just missed with his shot. Took some contact there. Cullen's after it now. Cullen to the front, controlling his, again, Cody Bremner, and he was taken out at the end of the play. Bremner shaken up as Fagan got a good piece of him, and Bremner's still down on his hands and knees as after he got the chance. Fagan caught him up, looked like maybe with a high stick there, but Bremner's, is he holding his arm? It's definitely some pain that he's got up in the shoulder. Maybe Jim.
Yeah, I think he's up high on that one, just under the neck, maybe on a turn hit. On that quick transition, and he was not expecting it. I didn't see who it was that he bumped into there.
He took the shot, and then after the shot, Fagan came up, and the stick came up, and Bremner went down.
Yeah, that's what I think. Fagan come up high with it.
Bremner back to his feet and coming towards the Nanaimo bench. It's great to see this part of his game improve. Cody Bremner, that's taking contact. I think he learned a lot from a guy that's not here for Nanaimo this year in Cale Ratcliffe, a guy that takes so much contact to create offense for this Nanaimo team over the past number of years.
Yeah, and Cody is cutting in nice now, and that Cale, he always had to respect his effort going to the net. Always hard to the net, always cutting, always moving.
We can get a second look maybe on what happened as Bremner took the shot, and then you can see there Fagan at the end, the stick coming right up, clocked him. Conway has the ball. For those in our TV audience, you get the replay. For those on our webcast tonight, you didn't see that last replay, but yes, it was Cody Bremner taking that high shot from Fagan at the end of that play. Into the final minute of the period. 3-1 Timbermen. Corey Conway has it. Conway passes, Reese Dutch making moves. Dutch trying to get a lane to the net. He's got one now, and another big stop by Pete Dubinsky. And somebody had a foot in the crease after Dubinsky makes another sparkling save.
40 seconds left. Dubinsky's been the star right now for the Timbermen in this period. 16-11 on shots for Nanaimo.
Cullen backs it off now for Lee. Lee to Clark. Clark to McIntyre. McIntyre on the move. Takes some contact. Passes across for Howries. Howries couldn't take it down cleanly. Shamrocks do. Maybe one more chance for Victoria. Roik inching out of the net. 12 seconds. Roik heads to the bench now. 6-on-5 set. Shatler will lead it. Shatler passes back to Paul Breber. Breber winds, fires. Dubinsky the save. 3 seconds. Mazzucato's got an empty net. Didn't want to shoot it down there. Just kills the clock.
Good ball
and the Timbermen, they take a 3-1 lead after 20 minutes of lacrosse so far at Frank Crane Arena.
Good defense by the Timbermen. Good goaltending.
Very strong Nanaimo 20 minutes of play, and a very strong 20 minutes for their goaltender, Pete Dubinsky. He was unquestionably challenged, especially by Reese Dutch, who had some great chances. But the home side up in this game 3-1. Victoria, a successful home opener against the Nanaimo Timbermen last week. We have Haley Ferguson down at bench level, and Haley's going to be doing some bench interviews for us.
Thanks, Dan. I'm joined here with Bob Hayes, head coach of the Victoria Shamrocks. Bob, last Friday night was a historic night with Conway scoring 17 points in a single game, setting a new league record. What was that like to witness and experience?
It was something, you don't know what's going to happen on any given night. So, for Corey, it was an outstanding evening and a great night for the team. Everybody contributed to it. So Corey's worked really hard in the off season, getting his body in shape, and after a long, grueling season last year. So it really did pay off. So it was good to see.
You guys are the reigning national champs. As far as roster goes, what's the biggest differences between that year and this year coming up?
Last year we were veteran-laden, with Dan Dawson, Daryl Veltman, Aaron Bold. Those are veteran guys that are some of the best players in the world. So this year we've got young kids who are pushing our veteran guys now. So it's a little different change, but sometimes you need that youth to kind of push. So that's it's a welcome. They're welcome additions to the team for sure.
You guys are down 3-1 right now. What are the biggest adjustments that you got to make for the next 2 periods?
I think we just had a bit of weary bus legs. I think to start it off, we didn't have a great warm up. So I think we'll figure a few things out, get our transition game going, and the offense. They're throwing a few little things at us, but we'll adjust and we'll come out with a better second for sure.
Thank you so much and good luck, Bob.
Thank you.
Back to you, Dan and Matt.
Thank you very much, Haley. Upcoming games now for Coach Hayes and the Victoria Shamrocks at home. Fans, clear off your Fridays here in June. Games coming up against the Maple Ridge Burrards Friday, June 3rd, versus the Langley Thunder Friday, June the 10th, and against the New West Salmon Bellies on Friday, June 24th. All games starting at 7:45 p.m. at the Q Center. All right, coming up next after a break, we're going to recap the first period, a 3-1 advantage for the hometown Timbermen with our color commentator, Jim Kipp. You're watching WLA Lacrosse right here on Shaw TV. 3-1 lead for the Nanaimo Timbermen over the Victoria Shamrocks off the first period of play. Right now we've brought down our color commentary, Jim Kipp, down from the booth to do a bit of a recap here of the first period. But first, I do want to let folks know this is why we believe in him. Jim actually played for the Timbermen back from 1977 to 81. 87 games, 9 goals, 23 assists, 32 points, 296 penalty minutes, putting him number 10 in the top 10 all time. Only 87 games in the whole history of the Timbermen. This guy's already top 10 in penalties. So we bring the Bruiser down here to tell us about the first period.
Well, it was a different game in those days too. Things were a lot slower. I could catch people. Yeah, and then those were the days where you're allowed a couple fights and then you were kicked out. It's a different time and the penalties. And I was there for a role player. We had positions to play, and I enjoyed playing it that way. Yeah, it's been interesting, but it's always been a great thing to be a Timberman, and it's that history. And of course, the Shamrock boys, the Timberman boys. There's been always a lot of rivalry there. I'm sure I got quite a few of those penalties against the Victoria Shamrock in my time.
And speaking of penalties, you know, one of the reasons the Timbermen did so on the first period was staying out of the penalty box for the most part.
Excellent by the Victoria Shamrocks, who aren't really a high penalized team, took 3 penalties in that period. But Nanaimo's defense was excellent, and the goaltender Dubinsky has played phenomenal. Royk in the other end doing an excellent job too. But Nanaimo played good defense. Victoria had to shoot outside. They've got some great outside shooters, and with Shatler and Dutch and Conway, but they held them, pushed them out. Excellent period for Nanaimo.
Very excellent period. You know, let's take a look at the goals now. Let's throw the recaps on there and just tell us what you see about the goals.
Well, the first one is Colton Clark from a nice outside bounce shot. Nanaimo's moved the ball well, and here you see it again from the top angle. Ball comes from the corner out to Colton. He takes a look, nice outside bounce shot, puts Nanaimo up 1-0. And then, of course, Victoria here, an ex-Nanaimo player, Miles Kenny, as the trailer, coming in from behind, and not a fast play, but he scored. And then, of course, that one was Randy Jones, I believe, on a nice cut, nice pass and cut. And then, of course, I believe we have Cody Bremner. He slides around Yeager, and I don't think Harnett seen him coming, so excellent play and use for a screen. Cody Bremner, nice shot there. I know he got hurt at the end of the period there, he got a bit of a high stick, nothing serious. Gives him some excitement to get the next period.
All right, excellent. Well, let's get you back up to the broadcast booth here. Second period coming up. Once again, the Nanaimo Timbermen 3, Victoria Shamrocks 1. After 20 minutes, second period coming up next.
Jim Kipp, I think, as we get ready for the second period, as much as Nanaimo's happy to be up 3-1, Dubinsky made some great saves. I think Nanaimo feels that they want to be a lot better in this second period as well as Victoria.
Well, it's depending. Oh, here's a close, tight shot. Dubinsky again.
Oh, what a stop.
Where those shots are coming from is an important one. That was really inside, all alone. Dubinsky made the save.
Dubinsky at his acrobatic best here in this game and picking up where he left off in the first period. Some stunning goaltending for Nanaimo. They're up 3-1, but Victoria's had some grade A chances. Here's Lee from the outside. He shoots and scores! Lee makes it 4-1, and you can thank your goalie for the big save at one end, and Lee capitalizes at the other.
Boy, Nanaimo's taking their opportunities. There was a nice bit of a crush play right outside the dotted. Nice shot, bit of a screen. Here it comes here, nice. Oh no, he had his shot wide open. Royk didn't have a chance for the up top on the left side.
Ryan Lee at 29 seconds, and right after, Dubinsky robbed Wardle on the opening face-off of this second period.
Excellent start for the Timbermen, like we said. Shots are reasonably close, 17-13.
Big goal by Ryan Lee. And Nanaimo up by 3. Shamrocks have the ball with Jeff Shatler. Shatler across to Conway and now to Higgs.
Interesting, that penalty switch last period where Victoria 3 penalties. It's not usually like them. Hopefully they can keep that up for Nanaimo's sake.
Here's Conway running. Conway passing now. Dutch from the outside. Dubinsky, good stop. Rebound goes right to Shatler. He's in close and Shatler scores. He's so smooth in tight and Shatler makes it 4-2.
So nice there. He come around the crease. Left-hander stick out. Just nicely moving it. Almost spooned it a little and nice quick release. Comes out of the goal. Picked up the loose ball, cut in, and a quick release bounce shot to the net. Like you say, so smooth, but he picked up that loose ball quick and turned it into a goal.
Pretty nice when you can have a Jeff Shatler returning to your fold as you're trying to get back to that Mann Cup again. What a guy to add to the arsenal.
Wow, out back east is always hard, and out west is always hard when you're an eastern team.
On the ball, Wardle controlling for Victoria. Timbermen 4, Shamrocks 2. Shatler again making moves. Shatler to the front. Wardle scores! No chance for Dubinsky that time. Shatler first with his offensive stick scoring the goal and then with his passing stick setting up Wardle.
Faked a nice bit of a pass or a shot there from out top and made the ball move. A little flick, and Wardle, of course, one of the top scorers on the team. I think he was first star yesterday in their game against New West. Like I said, maybe they're a bit slow starting here. I hope they don't wake up too quick for the Timbermen. They've got to stay on top here.
Shatler coming alive in the second period. Timbermen 4, Shamrocks 3. Early scoring, we saw that in the first. We see it again in the second with these teams. Burton controlling from the corner.
Shots are close, 17-16.
Shots within 1, score within 1. 15 on the 30 for Reese Dutch. Dutch across floor pass. Higgs trying to work in. Shatler's got the ball. Shatler making some great moves. Puts it across in front. There's Dutch scores. Reese Dutch, and it's 4-4.
That almost looked like it was going cross floor to the crease, but Dutch was so fast coming through there. I think that ball had 2 opportunities. Had Dutch cutting, and I'm not certain who the crease man was. Maybe it was, I can't think who it was, but it was excellent fastball movement. Shamrocks are back in it.
It's the Shatler show right now, in on another goal, in on all 3 goals in the first 2:03 of the second period for the Shamrocks. And Nanaimo scored in this period too, but it's a 4-4 game, and Caleb Toth wants his young group to settle down a bit. And I don't think be in awe of what guys like Shatler and Dutch can do. And right now in this second period, it's been Shatler who's been the architect of all 3 of these goals.
Well, and there's 2 ways you can approach that too as a young player, is play up to the level you need to, or make yourself stiff, sort of that tightening up syndrome, and you don't need that. And of course, what Caleb's doing right now, he's talking, his body language is good on the bench. He's been excellent. And here comes that cut here, the swim, and the pass comes across, and Dutch was cut. I'm not certain who the man was over in the crease here on that right crease, but it looked at first like the ball was going to him.
Boy, Shatler's just a magician, isn't he?
Here it comes, I think. Here it goes across. Here it comes. Oh, they're so...
The guy you were watching there was Brebers. There's another Victoria goal by Burton right off the face-off. And it's 5-4 Shamrocks, and there's the case of a timeout, not doing anything to stop the tide.
And we were watching the replay. That was quick. That was only seconds after that last goal.
Burton just flying right through. And not a guy you expect to score, but puts his team up by 1. Now Victoria is on a 4-goal run. 2 goals in 5 seconds. Dutch at 2:03 and Burton at 2:08. Brand new game, and that's what the Shamrocks can do.
Quick recovery, great offensive team. And then Nanaimo needs to just calm themselves down, hustle the ball, and Victoria just has to keep going that pace they're going right now.
With the ball now, Northway. Up ahead for Wardle. 5-4 Shamrocks. Wardle closing, passing. Shatler to the crease. Dutch faking, and that was stopped by Dubinsky. Some great looks here for the Shamrocks in this second period. On the reset, it's Shatler again.
Jeff is having a period, isn't he? It's only 3.5 minutes in.
Shatler in control. Right now, he's the architect. So much of it went through Conway in the first as Wardle just missed another great chance. Nanaimo with the ball. It's fed ahead, and here comes Tyson Rowe. Rowe with Benedict trailing. Rowe takes some contact. Still Tyson Rowe moving towards the middle. Knocked over trying to shoot. Miles Kenny takes the ball, and Kenny has it for the Shamrocks.
Interesting, this is a short change, or the long run from defense, but the short box for the offense for Victoria in this period, and they've lit it up pretty good.
Conway moving up, right-hander, looking towards the middle. Conway has McShane for a moment. Conway holds on to it though, 10 on the 30. Other way, Higgs drives, scores. Higgs from the outside, it's 6-4.
Outside shot from quite a ways out. I think it was a bit of a screen. It was Dubinsky. I think Higgs did a nice shot there over the shoulder of the defender, right to the top corner. Yeah, here it is. Defender was going down, and he caught him top corner. Nice shot. Here it is. Here it comes again. Here you see there. The Nanaimo defender flinched a little. Ball in the top corner of the net.
That's a veteran team right there on a 5-goal run. You don't have your best first period. Opposition goalie makes some big stops, and you come out in the second period and just put the hammer down. Victoria, a 2-goal lead, erasing that 3-1 first period deficit in a big way. And it was 4-1 at the early portion of this second.
Not blaming Dubinsky on this too. Victoria's had, like I said, that shot selection. They've been in tight on the goal this time, or getting a good man, one man in with a good screen, and they've taken advantage of it.
Mazzucato to Bremner. Bremner on the ball for the Nanaimo Timbermen. Plays it to Randy Jones. They want to get something towards Royk here. Royk's given up 4 goals in the first 17. Here's a chance for Jones, and Royk this time makes a big stop. Rebound opportunity there, but it's knifed away, and up the floor come the Shamrocks, led by Cullen. Cullen moving into the Nanaimo defense and passes out to Shatler. Shatler lobs it across the floor. Conway. Reese Dutch. McShane running, wanted a pass, didn't get one. Dutch wants to maybe shoot it himself. He puts it across to Shatler. McShane a shot, and that goes high and off to the side. Shot clock's going to wind down here, and the Nanaimo's going to get the ball back. 15-11 to go, second period, and a 6-4 lead for the Victoria Shamrocks. And with the ball right now is Colton Clark, has one of Nanaimo's goals. Haven't called his name much in this second period. It's been really all Shamrocks in the first 5 minutes. Now Cody Bremner's on the ball. Bremner winds, passes. Colton Clark fakes, shoots. Roy got the stick down, made the stop. And Roy hangs onto the ball, looks for the outlet. Makes it ahead for Kenny.
Nanaimo moved the ball well in that possession. They controlled it better, got a shot off. They got to slow down Victoria's transition, which they seem to have done now. But still, that 5 goals.
10 on the 30 this possession. Moffat puts it across Conway. Down low feed. Now it's Higgs. Higgs puts it back up to Conway. Conway on net, and Dubinsky made the stop. He was just trying to beat the 30 there, and Dubinsky makes the outlet. Smith charging towards the Victoria goal. Ball knocked out of his stick. He's trying to get it back in the corner. He does. Feeds the front. Open. Lee scores. Lee's second of the period. Quick move, and he beat Royk up high.
Excellent effort by Smith. He cut to the net, lost the ball, went to the corner, quickly looked up and saw Lee, made a nice play out of the corner. I think there he recovered his ball after he lost it, made a nice play for a pass, and of course Lee's second goal this period. Good hustle, good positioning.
6-5 Victoria. That's a goal that Nanaimo really needed to get. Ball swept across the floor, and Harnett controls, moving ahead for the Shamrocks. 6-5 Victoria, 14 to go, second period. On the ball, Wardle puts it across to Shatler, and play whistle down. The Timbermen will take possession back here, and moving up the floor, Bacular Evans. Mazzucato now with Benedict beside him. Mazzucato, his mates are changing. He will change in a moment as well. Rolls the ball on the floor. Brought in now by McIntyre to Jones. Randy Jones spinning. Jones looking for something to put by Royk, and he does. What a goal by Jones. Just kept spinning and eventually found his mark. Kind of a funny release, and it fooled Royk at 6-all.
He had a right-hander doing a cross hand and sort of a little back wrist flip with his right hand. Here he gets pushed. He rolls in again. He comes back around and does a nice cross hand. With a lot of power and a lot of speed to release. Here comes here, nice. He rolls out and he reaches here. Oh, he had his hand off his stick for a while. Excellent Close game right now. 21-21 and shots 6-6. 13:29 left.
Randy Jones, beautiful finish, his second of the game as well. Lee's got 2, Jones has 2. 6 all tie. Shots are 21-21. A battle for the ball in the Victoria zone. The Shamrocks have it. Transitioning and leading the way is Garland. Garland towards the Nanaimo net. Garland passes off to Conway. Conway directing traffic. He wants Breber to move. Ball goes to Wardle. Wardle to his right for Shatler. Shatler to reach touch outside shot. Dubinsky gets the arm out. Ball out of play. It's going to be a Shamrock possession again.
Again, Victoria's being pushed to the outside a bit. They started really quick there, and now they've slowed it down a bit and more ball outside.
Shatler with it. Moving towards the front. Nice pass off. Wardle couldn't take it. Dutch does. Cutting in. Dutch shoots. Dubinsky to save. Rebound McShane. And Dutch tried to get that ball back. It goes into the stick of Dubinsky instead.
Dubinsky's playing really good, staying visual on the ball, making his play, working hard. He's got 2 good saves there.
6-6 tie. Nanaimo on the attack. The veteran Doug Langlois moving towards the net. Langlois on his way to the goal, in close with a shot, and it goes off to the side.
Nanaimo gets the ball back on a late hit. I think it was one of the Harnett boys. Maybe Ethan, is he out there?
Langlois went flying, his stick went flying after that play. Fresh 30, Nanaimo setting it up now. From the outside, Bremner. Bremner to Jones. Jones feeds down low, controlling his Lee. Lee looking, passing, shot, and Roik made the stop there. And another tough play, and I think there's going to be a Victoria penalty.
I think a hit from behind, 2-minute Nanaimo ball.
That's Cody Bremner who's down, and heading off to the penalty box is Harnett. Bremner's certainly going to be a target, one of Nanaimo's top offensive players. Everybody knows it, and he took some punishment there.
Interesting, the scoring's pretty spread out on both teams tonight. There's quite a few of the numbers in on the scoring on both teams.
Here come the Timbermen with a shot from long range, and Bremner couldn't beat Roik. Nanaimo gets the reset. Ball picked up by Lee. Lee drops it down low, gets a return feed. Lee passes, Colton Clark winding, feeding across the other side, Howries. Bremner down low to Clark, winding, shooting, missed with that. Rebound goes back down towards center. Ryan Lee's going to have to hurry, and Dubinsky's going to help him to come out and grab that ball.
9 seconds on the clock.
Still lots of time. Walking in, Clark for Lee. Lee shoots, Roik the save, rebound there. Trying to scoop it towards the net was Clark. Bouncing off to the side, Nanaimo wants to recover the ball, they will. Colton Clark takes some contact. Clark is pushed away from the pile. He'll move back to the point position. He's got Lee on his left, Bremner on his right. Looks up at the clock.
1:10 left.
Here's Bremner now. Back to Clark, winding. Colton Clark fakes, shoots. Roik stopped it. Rebound goes to Yeager, and the Shamrocks will try to transition. Yeager doing a nice job. Gets away from a wrap check there. Attempt from Howries. Howries got a hold of him. Ball picked off, and Nanaimo brings it back the other way. They didn't want to let that ball rag get going. Kreverich moving in on the attack, but too many for Nanaimo. It's Victoria ball.
Nanaimo was lucky to get away with no hold there. You can't be lazy on a defense on your power play. You've got to make your checks clean. And top shoulder hold. Almost penalty for Nanaimo. See how this ball rag is for Victoria.
Shatler. Pass to the front. Reach Dutch, couldn't quite shoot it. Defender has no stick, and Smith goes to grab it as the ball's into the corner for Wardle. 24 seconds left in this power play situation for Nanaimo, and they're not going to try and double up the Shamrocks here. They're giving them a lot of respect, and they'll keep them to the outside.
Yeah, 14 seconds left in the penalty, but they could move the ball or move to the ball. You can see on here, it's not much action going on. They're giving up the last bits of this penalty. And here comes Greg Harnett back on the floor.
5-on-5. Shamrocks have the 30-second clock now running, and Reese Dutch sets up very slowly, puts it down low, hoping to hit Shatler, but Nanaimo gets the intercept, and up they start with speed. Mazzucato, man off the bench, it's Bremner. Mazzucato cuts in. Mazzucato, and his shot went high and wide.
He's in the crease on that.
Great run. He took some contact to make the shot, but he couldn't beat Roik. 9:36 to go, 6-6 second period. After that 5-goal Shamrock run, Timbermen coming back with 2 straight to even it up, and it's tightening up again. Reese Dutch from the outside. Dutch to the front. McShane open. Great chance, and Dubinsky had to make a save, but McShane was wide open.
He was the only man inside the dotted line. Dubinsky made the save. Turnover to Nanaimo, their interference, or Victoria ball.
Here's Reese Dutch from the outside to Shatler loading. Shatler to the middle. Pass down low. Higgs, heavy contact on him. Ball bounces free. Dubinsky has it now. And Nanaimo looks to transition it. It's Backular-Evans, man off the bench. It's Bremner. Backular-Evans couldn't hit him. Backular-Evans continues to control, passes the ball off. Chase McIntyre puts it down deep. On the run with it now, Jones. Other side, Cullen. Winding up now, a shot from distance by McIntyre. Stop, rebound. Shamrocks might get a chance to move ahead here with Miles Kenny. Kenny on the attack. Pulls up, looking right at Dubinsky, and now he goes back with a pass, bringing out the offense, and Jeff Shatler in this 6-6 tie.
Both teams are very, very cautious right now, isn't it? Changed from that first 10 minutes.
Has it ever. Shatler's got the ball now. Shatler to Conway, backing up. Conway, Mazzucato to him. Ball goes to Dutch. Dutch to Shatler. Shatler winds, shoots. Dubinsky to save. Rebound right back to Shatler, and a fresh 30. There's a shot from Dutch, and he scores from the outside. You give Shatler and Dutch a fresh 30 and the time to make that shot, and Dutch will blaze one through more times than not.
There's that outside shooting. He's phenomenal. That he was 20 feet outside the dotted. Excellent release, and of course Shatler, I think, was in on the assist. Nice top corner. Yeah, interesting, Victoria, if you're watching the play on the TV, they're pulling Nanaimo out. There's most of the play in the defensive zone for Nanaimo was outside the dotted, leaving that quick man break inside that dotted for that on the goal alone. Nanaimo has to be careful they don't get drawn out too far. Loose ball on the boards.
Timbermen win it. Jeremy Rowe's onto it. Jeremy Rowe passes. Return feed up he starts. Rowe moves it ahead, and here comes Clark. Colton Clark for the Timbermen. Making moves. Clark, a cross-floor pass. Howries couldn't take it. Roik jumps up and grabs it. He's got men out the floor. Long pass for Garland. And too many players for Victoria is way ahead was Conway.
I think Corey was out before the ref even looked.
Benedict has it now for Nanaimo. Moves it down low. Lee up top for Cullen. Cullen controls to the corner. Brett Howries. Howries looking to the other side. Randy Jones has it. Wine shoots. That one just misses. Rebound high towards the Nanaimo bench and into it. So 7:16 left in the second, and 7-6 Victoria out in front.
26-26 on shots. Very close game. Nanaimo's performing well against last year's Mann Cup champions. Considering the first game, this is excellent for a homestand.
Conway, Shatler. Grabbed the ball with ease, even though it was a high pass. Puts it across the floor. M's in recovery for the Timbermen. Running the floor, trying to get a break. 3 Shamrocks surround him. M's forced off to the side.
The effort by Jeff Shatler there to get back, too, after he lost that ball. Excellent. There's an offensive man that knows he lost the ball and chased back.
Here's Bremner looking for a lane. Passes it across to Clark. Clark now to Chase McIntyre. McIntyre's high shot misses with it, and the rebound back down the floor. That will almost do it for the possession. Dubinsky comes out, rips it back down the floor, and the Shamrocks will take control. Cullen moving up, drops it off. Shatler again.
He didn't go off. He went back, played defense, and back to offense.
Here's Conway for Breber. Couldn't take the pass down. Now Breber collides with his own man, Moffat. Breber to Conway. Puts it in for Reese Dutch. Dutch making moves. Trying to get free. Puts it across towards Moffat. It bounces to the side for Breber. He can't take it. And Tyson Rowe will for Nanaimo. Out with Kyle Hoffer. Tyson Rowe looking up the floor. Passes it off. Bremner. Tyson Rowe winding. Going to try and move in a bit further. He drops it off for Lee. Lee over to Cullen. Cullen for Bremner. Has to work to collect it. He gets away from a check. There's a shot, and it goes high. 10 on the 30, but the Shamrocks get the ball back with Garland, and Garland will move it forward. Harnett got the ball ahead for Fagan. Fagan with a pass. He's got his man Burton. Burton moving in with some speed, wants to bring out the offense. Although Burton does have a goal in this lacrosse game. Wardle chasing it down at his own end. 7-6 Shamrocks leading by 1. Just over 5 minutes to play here in the second. Reese Dutch on the move. Dutch for Wardle, sprinting to the goal, getting in, but his shot went wide. Rebound goes to Conway. Conway puts it on net, and Dubinsky makes the stop, and it's going to be Nanaimo possession.
Well, excellent defense by both teams at both ends of the floor right now. It's kind of stymieing the offenses on both ends. The shots are at the end of the 30s.
Jones with a pass across. Cullen moves it in for McIntyre. McIntyre making moves, trying to advance it. Gets it down and in. Now it's up top for Cullen. Cullen to the other side. Quick stick attempt for Jones. He couldn't take it. Here's Lee winding, shooting, stop, rebound loose, and Cullen scores. Cullen makes it a 7-7 tie.
Oh, I think the ref called her off, or did he say yes?
I think he's saying yes.
Yeah, he
Sean
did.
Lehman said goal.
He did. Hands came up. I thought he was waving for a sec. No, excellent effort, second effort there. Excellent second off the shot, and the nice rebound and position. Excellent. Jaeger in between two defenders. Here comes a shot, the save by Rourke, a bounce. Pulled it out, put it in. Oh, Rourke's losing his mind. He just cracked his stick across the goal.
Upset with that rebound play, but Cullen able to put Nanaimo back even at 7, and his toes were indeed outside the crease. Here's Harnett. Back for the Shamrocks. Even game here in the second. Shatler on the ball. Shatler looking towards the front. Passing it down low, and Wardle was wide open, but he was open illegally, and the officials called it down.
Good move and block by him. You know, you got to do what you got to do to get that pick in.
Bouncing ball towards center. Who's going to grab it? Kreverucha. He is hit by Harnett, and then he hits him back as Nanaimo moves up the floor. And is this going to be coincidentals, or is the last shot getting called? Kreverucha's going for sure.
Roughing, both of them. I think both of them are going, isn't it? I don't think Harnett realizes he has a penalty.
No, because he took the first shot, and then Kreverucha took the second shot.
Oh, no, it's just a one penalty. Sean caught, the referee caught the retaliation.
And isn't that always the way? It's that last shot.
Typically.
Victoria to the power play. Shamrocks setting it up. Breber, Dutch, Conway. Now Shatler. Down low, Wardle to Shatler to Conway. Faking, Conway. Breber, Dutch, Conway again. Fakes, still Conway for Shatler, and close, he scores. That is beautiful passing, and Shatler makes it 8-7.
You know he's on the floor, he's a top scorer, and he can still sneak to the position. It's excellent. And the ball moving on top by Corey Conway, one over the shoulder to Shatler. And that's an over the shoulder from the point, right in his stick. Here comes the cut now, over the shoulder. And you see Shatler on, I forget, 16 Nanaimo. As he's going for the ball, he chopped his stick to make room to get the ball. That's the great players.
And Shatler has been exceptional in this second period. Shamrocks by 1 at 8-7, and they get a ball recovery here.
Unforced error, 2 of them in the last little while for Nanaimo.
Reese Dutch is on the ball now, 3:23 left in the second. Shamrocks by 1. Reese Dutch from the outside, his shot, and it misses. High rebound back down the floor, and Royk's going to have to come out of his net to play it. Royk will, late in the possession now. Gets it ahead, still time for Breber. Breber moving down towards the Nanaimo defense. Took a shot, scored!
Wow.
Just trying to beat the 30, and he gets a massive goal. It's 9-7.
Excellent play there, though, by him. He took the ball down to a good shooting spot, froze for a second, everybody kind of stopped, and he released the ball. Here it is here on the replay. Beautiful. He just looked. I think when he cut here, he looked where he had the ball. He looked where the net was, took his eye off it, and made a nice shot, really tight to the bottom side of the net, bottom corner. Excellent play by the Victoria Shamrock.
And both guys that played for Nanaimo last year have goals for Victoria, as Jones almost comes right back, but a good save by Royk.
And Nanaimo got the rebound. Nanaimo still has possession. Good work on the loose ball by both teams.
9-7, Shamrocks by a pair. Nanaimo on the ball with Jones, plays it across. Howry's to the front. Mazzucato couldn't get a clean play. Northway's double teamed deep in his own corner. Ball loose, Mazzucato and Howry's both there trying to get it. Howry's from the corner. Ball recovery for the Timbermen. A pass to Randy Jones. Jones looking for some real estate. Backed off by the Shamrock defense as he passes it down low. Colton Clark cutting through, ball up top. Bremner with it. Bremner feeds in front. Howry's in close. Howry scores! Brett Howry's, and it's 9-8.
He was drawing a penalty on that too. He had a man hanging on top of him in that one. Still going in. He was going down, made the nice release. Both goalies, here it is here. Nice effort. Yeah, he had a guy on his back. Almost looked like the commercial on debt. That guy had a monkey on his back, right? But that one, he paid off that debt.
Heavy work from Howry's, and Nanaimo back to within one. This has been a tooth and nail back and forth lacrosse game. Nanaimo on the faceoff might get another chance as Tyson Rowe's walking in. Rowe forced off to the side, making moves. Tyson Rowe looks back, and he's got his man. It's Cullen. Cullen moving to his right. Controls the ball. Rowe goes off for a change. Under 2 minutes to play here in the second. Nanaimo on offense. Lee from the outside, passes it off. Cullen tries to take it down, he will. Cullen winds, puts it down low, a chance to tight. Anderson, and a good save made, or rather it was McIntyre, right at the crease, and Nanaimo gives up the ball. Shamrock possession.
Yeah, I think there's a questionable thing here. I'm not certain what's going on. I think the guy went through the crease, and the referee called it.
Officials Pepper and Lehman having a conversation about it. It is going to be a Victoria ball with 1:40 to go here in the second period. Schattler passes the ball to Dutch. Reese Dutch to Jeff Schattler on his way towards the front. Schattler looking, passing it back. Reese Dutch waiting, faking. Reese Dutch making moves. Higgs on the other side. Higgs on his way to the goal. Passes it backwards just out of the reach of Dutch. And the ball will bound loose. On the way up the floor, Braden for Nanaimo. Braden passes. 1:07 left in the period. Doug Langlois on offense. Langlois to Colton Clark. Clark down low towards the corner. On the run with it, Jones, a shot. Roik made the save. Rebound high into the air. Cullen tries to take it down, he will. Cullen for Nanaimo. Forces the pass off. Colton Clark, other side. Bremner passes. Here's Clark. Clark pulls up. Looks for a lane. He's got a shot, and Roik made the save. Big one there on Clark. 40 seconds to go in the period. Ball almost ended up right back in the Shamrock net as it's outletted now towards Schattler. Schattler passes, and now Harnett.
30 seconds, 18 on the clock shot.
Conway from the corner. Corey Conway, Smith guarding him. Ball up top. Reese Dutch, other way to Schattler. 6 on the 30 for Schattler, making moves. Schattler puts it down low. Wardle couldn't shoot it. Nanaimo looks down the floor. They won't get a chance for a shot as the clock stopped and the officials not wanting the play to come up the floor. I think Nanaimo might have gotten a timeout in that situation. But I don't think half their players realize that that's what Caleb Toth wanted from the bench.
And I don't think the referees realized it either, and they were calling, and there was a bit of a mix-up there. So we should have about 10-4 on the clock is what I think when they tried to call that. But it's going to be hard to reset it. But that's a lot of time from a set position.
And you're right, it goes up to 10 seconds on the clock. Plenty of time to get not only one shot, but maybe even 2 shots in 10 seconds.
A shot and a rebound, but I want a shot and a goal would tie this up with 32-28 in shots. It's been an excellent game to this point.
Up the floor, Clark. Clock running to Lee. 6 on 5. Nanaimo goalie at the bench. Here's Lee to the goal. Lee a bounce shot. Roik to stop. Harnett bombs it down the floor, and he missed as the buzzer was sounding. 9-8 Shamrocks after 2. A very good period here at Frank Crane Arena in Nanaimo as the Timbermen, they found themselves up 3-1 after the game's opening 20 minutes, and the Victoria Shamrocks fighting their way back thanks to a 5-goal run in that period. They took the lead, and they still have that lead. It's only 1 goal, 9-8 after 40 minutes of lacrosse action. Let's head down to bench level now. We have Haley Ferguson, and she has a guest.
Thanks, Dan. I'm joined now here with Caleb Toth, head coach of the Nanaimo Timbermen. Caleb, you acquired Colton Clark out in the offseason. In his first 2 games, he's got 9 points. Tonight, he's already got 3. What does he bring to your team, not only on the floor, but in the dressing room?
Well, he brings, obviously he brings us a lot of offense on the right side that we've never really had before. Now we have double threats. We got a left side that can score, and now we got a right side that can score. So it's a lot harder for teams to check us. Also in the dressing room, he's a veteran, right? We're a real young team. I think we got 8 rookies in the lineup, or 6 to 8 rookies in the lineup. So he brings that leadership, that calmness that you expect from your veterans.
Last Friday you managed to put 42 shots in on Victoria. Tonight you've already got 33. Is that something you're stressing this season? High shots?
Well, you can't turn away a shot. If you have a shot, take it. Don't look the other way and try to pass it. If you got a good shot, take it. If we get 60 shots, we should be getting 14, 50 goals. So if we get 14 goals, we should be winning games. So if the guys want to shoot the ball more, that's fine. I don't mind at all.
After Victoria's tying goal, you took a little break for a minute. What can you say to a team like that after a few devastating moments like that? Such a young group.
Well, you just got to stop the bleeding, right? You have to stop the run and try to get one of your own. And they're a good veteran team, so they know how to take advantage of the youth. But we got a lot of legs out here. We're really fit, so we'll be able to hopefully run them in the third period and hopefully squeak out a victory.
How important is it as a coach to watch your team just not give up after a few minutes like that and keep scoring goals and keep trying to get the game back in their hands?
Well, that's what you want from every team that you have. You don't want them to give up. You want them to keep fighting. It doesn't matter if you're down 1 goal or down 10 goals. You want to fight back, and it's a pride thing for me. I don't like to lose, and you know what? With this group, they're starting to get that way where they're not satisfied without a victory. So it's good to see, and they're going to continue to work hard.
Thank you so much, Caleb, and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to head back up to Dan and Matt now. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much, Haley, and Coach Toth. Again, a 9-8 game here. Shamrocks with the lead. Really exciting stuff here for the fans of the Timbermen home opener. Upcoming home games here for the Nanaimo squad. Coming up against the Langley Thunder. 2 games Saturday, June 11th and Saturday, June 18th. And also against the New West Salmon Bellies on Saturday, June 25th. All games with the 6 p.m. start time right here at Frank Crane Arena. All right, coming up a little bit, we will do a bit of recap on the second period. But first, we're going to take a look back now at when the Nanaimo Timbermen won the Man Cup, the national championship, of course, 60 years ago. And we're going to speak to 2 members of that championship team.
The year was 1956, the first time a Senior A Timbermen lacrosse team qualified for and won the national championship, the Man Cup.
It was my first year up to the big team. I had played, I'm thinking, the year before with my 3 brothers in the Senior B championship in Rossland. And we had a tryout for the big team the next year, and a few of us made it.
We came close in 55. We got to the league finals of that and lost. And we kept all of the players, or most of the players that we had that year.
When our great executives start importing all our Easterners, made us a contender right there.
Bringing Bobby Allen from back east, who was one of the top players at that time, and Harry Whipper as a coach and a player. That really gave us a leg up on the rest of the league here. So right from the beginning of the season, I thought we had a good chance to win.
My first year in the league, in the big league, and having a chance to do that. Some players play for a lifetime and never go to the Man Cup. We had a great bunch of guys that built that team, so that was very special.
Nanaimo would end up sweeping Vancouver in the league finals, sending the team into the Man Cup to face off against the Peterborough Lakers in Toronto at Maple Leaf Gardens.
We had no idea what sort of a team Peterborough had, most of us that played out west. In one way, we were fortunate that we played in Toronto because it took the hometown advantage away from them by moving the games to Toronto. To win those 2 early games in overtime, really made us feel good. I think we were a little bit overconfident when we played our 4th game, and they beat us handily the 4th game. And I think that made us concentrate on Game 5, that we didn't want it to go any further. And so, phenomenal experience when the final whistle finally goes, and you realize that you're Canadian champion. it was a phenomenal experience to win back there.
The only regret is never having the chance to play in front of our fans for the Man Cup. They were the greatest lacrosse fans ever.
The Nanaimo fans may not have seen their team play a Man Cup game, but they showed their appreciation for the team men when the players returned home.
People lined the streets here to welcome us home.
And so there were convertibles there waiting for us and took us through the city up to the old post office, and the streets were just packed. So the whole experience of the Nanaimo coming together for that was a phenomenal thing, and I'll remember that for the rest of my life.
In Nanaimo for Go on Shaw TV, I'm Todd Jones.
Shamrocks with the lead over the Timbermen, 9-8 after the second period. A whole bunch of goals there. Obviously, we talked off the top about the Shamrocks and their prolific offense, but Ryan Lee and the Timbermen still sticking into it. So, Jim, Kip, nice to have you back down from the booth. Let us know your thoughts there on the second period.
13-goal period between one of the top teams in Canada and the home team in Nanaimo Timbermen. Excellent. Both teams playing somewhat tentative, but when they get their opportunities, they're taking the ball to the net. Shot selections are excellent. There's outside scoring, in tight scoring, been amazing. And despite that, both goalies have made a lot of good stops. Shots on goal are very close, I think 28-30 or something. It's been an excellent game.
So yeah, great stuff for the home fans. Obviously Timbermen scoring right off the start of the second period, but then the Shamrocks explode with 4 goals in 2 minutes. So let's roll the highlights now, and Jim, tell us what you saw.
Well, the first one, 29 seconds in by Nanaimo, was excellent right off the bat by Ryan Lee. And then of course Victoria takes over. Jeff Shatler scores in 1:09. Beautiful cut flick from the side and scores. This is a tough one. Chris Wardle goes in about 30 seconds later. And then a minute after that, we'll have Reese Dutch coming in. Nice goal. And then right off a face-off, I believe Tyler Burton comes. This again, the Dutch goal. Nice cross-floor pass. I thought it was actually going to the crease man, but here's the Burton goal right off the face-off. Cuts in from his offside and scores. Amazing run, and of course then Stevie Higgs comes in and scores a goal here on a nice fake shot, high corner. Ex-Nanaimo Senior B Timberman. And of course, this is when Ryan Lee comes back. That was the Higgs goal, excellent. This is where Ryan Lee, nice play after Nanaimo kind of missed the shot and made a nice play out of the corner here. Lee gets the ball and of course puts Nanaimo back in the game and stops that amazing Shamrock run. And here again, Randy Jones, nice goal. Nice second effort, turns around, nice cross-hand shot. A right-hander with a quick draw. There's Reese Dutch from outside. Kid's a pure shooter from out there. Inside and out. The goals were just rolling in this game. After, I think, Cullen comes in and scores, now we have Jeff Shatler. Then we have Paul Breber, I think, on an outsider. There's a Shatler goal. And then I think the last goal of the period coming up here for them was the Nanaimo goal by, this is again the Shamrock goal, Paul Breber. Yeah, he snuck down the side here. It's beautiful. He looks to the net and then just sneaks in a nice low shot. Then we got the 13th goal of that period by Haars. Nice crease play, excellent goal. Good effort by both teams out there. Victoria's got to be tired from the Friday night game, but Nanaimo's tired from the Thursday night travel. Excellent game.
Absolutely, so lines us up for an amazing third period here. Once again, Shamrocks lead after 2 periods, 9-8 over the hometown Nanaimo Timbermen. Third period coming up next here on Shaw TV.
"17 goals up on the board in this lacrosse game to this point. 9 for the Shamrocks, 8 for the Timbermen. As we get underway here in the third period, and great chances to open up that opening sequence of the second period, and now the Shamrocks in control of the ball to open up this third with Shatler. 5 points in that second period to reach Dutch. Moving towards the front, Dutch with a drive, that's kicked away by Dubensky, but a reset for the Shamrocks to come.
Yeah, the points are spread out. There's a lot of players on both teams in the scoring tonight. Excellent lacrosse.
It's early season, but this has been a fun one to watch.
It's good for both teams.
Higgs from the outside, looking to penetrate. Higgs Passes to his left, Dutch to the crease, quick stick attempt, and Dubinsky sliding over.
Back in Nanaimo, yeah. His foot touched in the crease. You can see quick on the replay. His foot just stepped inside.
Braden looks to the rafters knowing that this is a key possession that he just gave up, and Shatler's on the ball. Wardle across to reach Dutch. Dutch now to Breber. Breber on the move, plays it across. On the run, controlling. Moffat to the front, and the ball bounces in behind the Timberman net, and Dubinsky gets it back. Nanaimo possession.
Interesting, Victoria's filling the dotted line area again in the last possession, where most of that last period they kept everybody outside the dot and put the man cut behind. So depending what Bobby's strategy, because this is the long change, so it's probably going to get a lot of confusion in front of the net.
Jones passes the ball off. Lee to the front. Bremner was well checked. Ball bounces out 6 on the 30. Howry's with it. Howry's plays it across. Lee rips one, but wide. Rebound loose, and Miles Kenny will bring back the Shamrocks. Kenny trotting up inside the Nanaimo end. Gets it to Conway. Corey Conway. 20 seconds on this possession. Conway puts it out. Shatler faking. Shatler still has his man now. McShane. McShane to Conway. Conway on the move. Right-hander looking towards the middle. Nice pass, McShane in, and Dubinsky keeps that. A big stop by Pete Dubinsky.
It's a big gap inside that dotted line on that one for Victoria. The Nanaimo defenders have to be cognizant of those guys.
And McShane just had that step, and you know Conway, if you get a step, is going to find you, and he did there.
He's an excellent passer. One of the best passers I've ever seen in this league.
Leading scorer in the league this year, on the run to the net, and his shot too high out of his stick there, and the ball will bound in towards the Nanaimo bench area. Timberman saying it hit somebody at the bench, and Shamrocks maintain possession.
So the shot clock's going to go off here.
Flung down towards the Timberman net. It didn't end up costing Nanaimo in that situation. 17:31 left in period number 3. 9-8 Victoria. Timberman ball. Cody Bremner looking towards the goal. Bremner makes a pass across the other way. McIntyre has his man. Jones looking for space. Jones to McIntyre from the outside. Puts it across. Here's Brett Howry. He's running to the net. Missed on the short side. High ball. Jones checked. 10 on the 30. McIntyre's pass didn't get through. 4 seconds to shoot for Howry's. Howry's drives one, missed with it though, and it's Shamrock ball.
On the score sheet tonight, both teams have 10 guys on the score sheet with points. That's great. That's excellent. Not just your top 5 offensive players participating.
Exactly the way that both coaches would like to see it. Conway with the ball. Conway makes a move, trying to play it out in front. And it bounces right back into Dubinsky's crease. Strong defensive set for the Timbermen. And up comes Nanaimo now, leading the way, Kreverucha. Kreverucha looking forward, passes the ball off. Bringing it up the floor is Bremner. Cody Bremner, lots of time in this possession. Bremner looking for a lane, shoots, he scores! Cody Bremner, it's tied at 9.
Just off the dotted line, 2 men in between him and the net. He took just a little head look and a nice release. Caught top corner on Reese Dutch over a 2-man screen. Game's tied. 16:20 left. Excellent play by Bremner. Here he looks, and of course Victoria there backing up on their check, bit of a stick check. I call it windshield wiping when you got that stick waving sometimes. Here it is here on the replay. Nice shot. Excellent shot.
Wired by Bremner. Even game, 9-9. Timberman ball, Bacula Evans.
Extremely even game. Other than that quick run of Victoria with in that second, it's been close the whole way through.
That 5-goal run really stands out where the Shamrocks just exploded.
It's impressive, isn't it?
It certainly is. There's Cullen with a pass. Lee's trying to collect the ball, working against Harnett. Harnett picks it up and controls, and the Shamrocks will bring it away. Cullen up ahead to Shatler. Jeff Shatler moving up slowly. Just over 4 minutes in, third period. Even game, Reese Dutch looking, passing, McShane in, Dubinsky made the stop. Huge save on McShane for the second time in the period by Dubinsky.
Yeah, he's playing well.
Doug Langlois for the Timbermen towards the Victoria goal. Langlois takes some contact. Looking back, has his man, it's Lee. Ryan Lee looking, passing. Bremner winding up, takes the ball down, getting in tight, flips it off, controlling his Langlois. 10 seconds to shoot, puts to the front, and Victoria with great sticks, and Yeager takes the ball away. On the run towards the net, he's got Shatler and Kenny with him. Yeager walks in, and his shot misses. High rebound, Conway goes back to center, and he's got it. Corey Conway.
Excellent transition by Victoria there. Good pressure on the ball.
Yeager with tons of speed up the middle. Here's Conway with the ball. Conway to the other side. Jeff Shatler making moves. Shatler, Dutch, quick shot, missed with it though. High rebound. Shatler back to it. 4 on the 30. Shatler tried to swim away from M. Shatler cutting in his shot. Dubinsky had to stop it. He got a piece. And play whistled down. It's going to be Nanaimo possession. They'll be happy to take the ball, and they will.
Conway's in a bit of a scuffle down here, but that's not like him. Slow on the transition there. Cullen with the ball down here.
Timberman moving up. Cullen towards the front. 15 on the 30. Cullen passes. Shot from the outside. A good one by McIntyre. Roik the stop. Looks for the outlet. He's on his knees, and he misses with the pass. That might be a free turnover for Nanaimo. It is, and Kreverucha takes control.
Yeah, Rourke didn't get up on his feet that time. Threw it from his knees and threw it away. This gives Nanaimo an advantage.
Almost a free possession. In they come. Howry's spinning. Red Howry's to the front. No shot taken. Now Howry's is going to have to hurry back. Burton trying to get a break. Tyler Burton battling for Howry's with the ball. And Howry's goes down, but made the play as Nanaimo gets the ball. Still, though, late in the possession. Dubinsky rifles it down the floor. Shamrocks steal. And now Victoria coming back, led by Cullen.
Excellent hustle to get back after the loose ball there. You'd like to see that late in the game, that extra effort.
9-all, 6.5 in third period. Wardle for Victoria. Wardle to Conway. Conway to Shatler. Shatler controlling, looking to the front. Passes it off to Breber. Breber moves it down to Conway. Conway feeds the front over the shoulder effort from Wardle, bounces in behind the net, and that will do it for that possession. And Iowa's going to get the ball back. Very strong defensive set for the Timbermen there.
Yeah, Victoria's not got a clear shot in the last couple of possessions. It's interesting to see both teams are playing a stellar defense. You know, 35, 32 inch shots. A lot of shots are outside the dotted at least.
Cody Bremner's got the ball, plays it across. Down low, Anderson, or rather Bremner now, controls. Bremner looking to make a play. On his way to the net with a shot, and he bounces it way high, and the ball goes towards the rafters.
Excellent cut, though. He took the effort to cut to the outside and cut to the net.
Stingy Shamrock defense on that sequence. Corey Conway with it. Conway to Reese Dutch. 12.5 to play here in the third, even at 9 still. Shatler with it. Not a lot of room either way. Shatler looking for some now. Pass to Wardle in. Great save, Dubinsky. Shatler after the rebound. No, Dubinsky kicked it out. What a stop.
Shatler with a quick pickup and a slick underhand shot, and Dubinsky getting up, made the nice knee save. Excellent play by Shatler. Excellent save.
Race Dutch on the ball. Other side, Shatler. Shatler trying to close. Puts it down low. Misses McShane. Dutch has the scoop. Dutch shoots. Dubinsky the save. Rebound there. Key loose ball. Langlois tries to pick it up in the corner. McShane goes to him, and Langlois runs away. Lifts it to Bacular Evans. Up with Lee. Bacular Evans to the net. Pulls up. Wants to make a play. He does. He's got a man in tight. Jones with a shot, and that's a big save by Roik. Nanaimo gets the reset, though. Bacular Evans off for a change. Jones to the side for Lee. Ryan Lee down low. Colton Clark on the move up top. Clark trying to get away. Colton Clark wrong side, and a good save made by Roik there. Looks for the outlet now.
Excellent defense there again by Victoria. Kept on the outside. Clark had to shoot from quite a ways out.
On the run and on his wrong side too, so right into the chest. Here's an open man in front, and Dubinsky just robbed Shatler, and he was wide open. Shatler in front of Dubinsky.
All alone on the crease, toe save by Dubinsky. If we get to pick the stars now, I think I know who one of them is, maybe.
I think you might have just seen 2 of them in that same play.
Yeah. Yes.
McIntyre passes the ball down low. Lee for Howry's moving in. Howry's spinning in the corner. Up top now, Breber. Ball loose. Shamrocks have it, coming away with speed. Breaking up the floor is Garland. Garland tries to feed Dutch, but a nice job. Bremner getting back. Moves the ball to Kyle Hoffer.
Good effort, both teams. Fast breakout and a good transition back by Nanaimo.
Hoffer to Langlois. Langlois for Lee. Colton Clark. Jake Cullen. Cullen plays it across other side. Lee being pushed by Harnett. Lee trying to escape. He does, spinning, passing. Cullen's after it, can't take it down. A wall of Shamrock defenders, and Miles Kenny comes away. Flips it forward to Yeager. Halfway through the third period. Even at 9-9, Shamrocks and Timbermen.
Kenny's played a good defensive game for the Shamrocks tonight. Got a lot of loose balls.
Solid veteran performance from number 25 in green. Schattler trying to move up the offense. Schattler passes. Breber moves it down and in. McShane winding up, takes the ball in, passes it off to Conway. Conway jumps, shot stop, rebound. McShane scores. Shamrocks up by 1. Ian McShane, it's 10-9.
Davinsky made a great first save, but that was a good loose ball effort on the goal. It was McShane, you say? Yeah, good loose ball effort there, and he made the play across the net. That's that ability to react at the crease there when you see that loose ball bounce, and here it comes up on the replay, I believe now. Here he comes. Yeah, he picked that up nice. And you know, he went after that ball. He grabbed it. Sometimes you'll see that difference. The kids will wait for it to come to their stick. He was aggressive after the ball, and it paid off.
Conway took the initial jump shot, and after the fact, it was rifled in by McShane. There's a shot that goes high and recovered by Yeager. Yeager for the Shamrocks moves it to Garland with time ticking down to 9:23. This is where if the Shamrocks can go on a 2-goal run here, it's massive.
This is where you have to bear down offensively and bear down defensively. Late in the game.
Who wants it more? Schattler.
Couple games in the week.
Timbermen playing 2 games in 3 nights. Shamrocks playing their second game in as many nights. And the ball is passed out to Reese Dutch. Reese Dutch controlling now. Loading. Hard pass. Schattler shoots. Didn't get it through. Rebound. Schattler's got it again. He's in, and Davinsky went flying up to try and keep that one at bay.
Full starfish for Davinsky. Spread out. Full starfish. Made the save.
Shamrocks get the reset, though, and then I was going to be tired defensively here. Victoria capturing momentum. They've got the 10-9 lead and another possession. Reese Dutch. Corey Conway. Conway moving now. Dutch there right beside him. Ball goes to Dutch in tight. Tried to shovel it in, and Davinsky a big stop.
Yeah, 5 feet off the crease. Reese Dutch. Nice kind of backhand shovel. Excellent read by Davinsky to save it. This is Nanaimo's first possession in a while.
It is. The Shamrocks kept getting those resets.
Yeah. Well, hustle on the loose. They know they need that extra goal now. Nanaimo needs to keep even here.
This is the time of the game when the Shamrocks might be at their best as Jones tries to cut through their defense. Jones lost the ball, and everybody was yelling crease as the Shamrocks are going to take possession. 7:47 on the clock, third period. 10-9 Victoria Shamrocks. Conway with the ball, moving towards the goal. Conway shooting, and a great stop by Davinsky. Rebound in behind for Breber. Breber forced back. Wardle has it. Wardle for Schattler. Schattler to the front for Wardle. Couldn't take the pass down. Hoffer jumps up to grab it. New possession for Nanaimo and a key one here, Benedict. Passes the ball off. Here comes Howries. Howries has a goal in this game for Nanaimo and some great chances stopped by Roig. Here's Cullen. Cullen with 15 on the 30. Gets a bit of space. Pass down low. That'll lose Colton Clark. Funny bounce, and Miles Kenny takes it away.
I think it caught a defender's stick there and took just a bit of a deflection. Here's Nanaimo on the loose ball. Here making him pay. And down, killed 10 seconds exiting the zone there. A bit of a press, 2-man press.
Reese Dutch controls the ball. Dutch passes to Schattler. Schattler, McShane.
Look at inside that dot, it's empty again. Victoria's trying to draw Nanaimo way out. Look at it.
And there's a shot from Conway, and Davinsky makes the save, hangs on to it. Fresh 30 for the Timbermen, 6:20 to go here. 10-9 Victoria. Bacula Evans on the move towards the net. Passes to the middle. Jones rated on goal. Jones scores a hat trick for Randy Jones. It's 10-all.
Excellent timing there on the pass. Couple of high stick roll fakes in the net, and I was tied 38-43 in shots. Here's the replay here. Oh, here comes the replay, the feed across. The feed across. Randy Jones cutting in, nice top corner crossing. Right-hander crossing the right-hand corner. Excellent shot, excellent pass. He was wide open through the middle.
What a finish, too, by Jones. No mistake on Royk, and this game's even again at 10-10. Off the face-off, Burton's got the ball.
Burton's controlled a lot of face-offs tonight. He's won a lot of them. He took that one goal in the second right off the face-off, but he's controlled the ball.
Just a hard rock defender. Wardle moving in for the Shamrocks. Up top now, Conway to Dutch. Dutch controlling. Reese Dutch waits, passes it across. 5 on the 30. Here's Conway, lane to the net, in, and Dubinsky rising up to stop him. Loose ball picked up by Shatler, and Dubinsky sprawling again. What a save.
Shatler got a quick turnover, 5 feet from the net, 2 fakes. Great save. He picked that ball out of the Nanaimo stick. They had it, he took it. Dubinsky saved it again.
Remember the days of the big guy, heaviest guy out there with the big fat stick and just standing there and cutting down angles? We're not seeing that from Pete Dubinsky tonight.
No.
What an athletic performance in goal as a shot from the other side by McIntyre escapes to the boards.
He's moving. He's moving.
As a Shamrock player down in front of the net, it's Garland, and play whistled down by the officials. And Ethan Garland's trying to get up onto his hands and knees here.
I did not see what happened there. I was watching the ball below us here at the penalty box area.
Good to see Garland up on his feet, and he's looking like he's just more winded right now than anything else. But what a goaltending performance again in the third by Dubinsky. And maybe he let his foot off the gas a little bit from a goaltending perspective in that Shamrock 5-goal run in the second, but he has been marvelous in goal. The shots are 45-38, but the quality of saves Dubinsky has made has been A1.
The last bunch of shots have been from inside the dotted and real close and quick transitions. Nanaimo ball, loose ball shot type of thing. Excellent goaltending.
Timberman going back to the attack, a chance in close, and Royk tried to close up. It's going to be Shamrock ball.
Yeah, he stepped in the crease on that shot.
Yeager wanted to sprint away, but he's not going to be allowed to. The officials are going to call it back. 4:49 left on the clock in the third in a 10-10 tie. Coincidentally, Nanaimo went to overtime with New West tied at 10 just 2 nights ago, and it's 10-10 here in the late going. I don't get the feeling we've seen the last goal in regulation.
Again, 10 Shamrocks in on the scoring, 12 Nanaimo Timbermen in on the scoring. That's an all-team game. Both teams have played decent defense when you look at a 10-10 score. And it's been very entertaining tonight for the crowd. Absolutely entertaining.
Senior A lacrosse at its best, and it's certainly nobody in mid-season form yet, but 2 teams that are really going for it here tonight. Nanaimo 1-1. Shamrocks 2-0 to start the season. Everything on the line now as a tricky shot from Reese Dutch didn't hit the mark.
A little behind the back shot. That's a goal shooter, isn't it?
Here comes Nanaimo, run to the net, walking in Hoffer. He couldn't get a clean shot. He was belted down to the floor. He made a great run, but when he tried to shoot, he was drilled to the floor, and they're going to bring out the mop here.
Corey Conway, all the way back, cross floor to take down the man with the ball.
Well, and you talked, remember, about Shatler in the second period with a similar defensive type play, and those are the guys that understand what it takes to win. It's not just about making a play at the offensive end and then getting off the floor. Sometimes you have to go down and make a hard play on the D.
Well, that's when everybody's contributing more than what they typically contribute. Here it is.
Conway coming in, and did he ever get a good belt on Kyle Hoffer? And they both went down, and that's why they've got the mop out on the floor right now.
You know, when I played, they never had to mop the floor. I don't think we sweated as much. Actually, our equipment absorbed the sweat, and this new nylon stuff does not absorb. It stays in the outside of the gear. It's all wicked to the outside, so there's a lot of wet spots. But when we played it, because of our thick, heavy pad and that, and the type of jerseys we had, it just didn't run off on the floor.
We're seeing a replay here for your viewers on Shaw TV of some Pete Dubinsky work in this third period.
Conway coming across.
And boy, Dubinsky has just been marvelous and so athletic in the crease, whether it's jumping up and down, whether it's diving left to right.
That's ugly seeing a guy like Corey Conway bearing down on you as the goalie. Tie game, and you know, Jeff Shattler coming in on you. Dubinsky's showing his mettle tonight.
And this is great to see because Nanaimo made a bold move, getting rid of Zach Boychuk in the offseason and basically saying, Pete Dubinsky, we drafted you in last year's draft high, and we're going to need you to be a #1 goalie. And he has been every bit that #1 goalie tonight. Reese Dutch passing it across. McShane now to Dutch. 15 on the 30, Reese Dutch cutting to the net, in close, he scores! Reese Dutch with 4:04 left, 11-10 Victoria.
Excellent cut from Dutch, in tight again. He actually kept his man with him and almost give Dubinsky the ability. He was getting checked and he released the ball nice. Dubinsky, I've been watching him for a few years now. Here it is here, the replay. Look at that. Man, defender hanging off him, still made the play.
What a wonderful finish.
Watching Dubinsky as a junior, you knew he was eventually going to be a top or a starter for the Timbermen. Oh, here's Burton going to the net again.
Under 4 to play now in the third. Shamrocks by 1 at 11-10. Burton's got the ball. Here's where you watch to see how the veterans of the Shamrocks handle this situation. Up a goal on the road, under 4 minutes to play. Shattler on the ball to Conway. Conway in control. Breaks into a run, passes it down low. Shattler muscles in. Dubinsky, a wonderful save.
Holding penalty on Shattler. They're going to call a hold on that one, I think. As he turned, they had a hold of him.
And what choice do you have in that situation on Shattler?
Actually, a tackle. You should have 2 hands on him. Yeah, he's hard to stop. He's so slick and tight. You'd almost think he had Teflon on him. Nothing can stick to him.
And boy, has this been a cleanly played game too, Jeff.
Yeah, it's only a matter of 5 penalties, 6 penalties. Check that out. It's been, and they haven't been brutal penalties. It's been a really upstanding game.
Conway moving up this power play, 3:30 left. Shamrocks by 1. An opportunity to maybe put a dagger goal in and certainly kill off time as Conway scores, top corner. He roofed it, and it's 12-10 Victoria.
Beautiful play. You know, Corey just saw a spot from out top there, picked the corner. Little Dubinsky's got to just relax himself. He's done well. His team has to go in and pat him on the back a bit, I think, here. Probably they could slow down the face-off on this, those type of things. Beautiful shot by Conway there, you see on the replay. Here it comes to top. He fakes down to the right crease and drives it in. Here we have loose ball, Shamrocks. Kenny picked up the loose ball after Burton's face-off. Burton's won quite a few face-offs tonight.
Yeah, he's really good in that regard, there's no doubt.
Pressuring the ball here. Nanaimo might get the turnover. Uh-oh, what happened there? I think he got a high stick on Victoria. He lost the ball and he got a high stick penalty. Interesting call there.
Sean Lehman saying yes. High sticking call on Burton, and Nanaimo to the power play with 3:02 left in this lacrosse game.
Bit of frustration there by Burton. He lost the ball. This tight of a game, he needs to be smart on that one. Yeah. And it was kind of a softer call, I'll say sometimes, but he high stick.
Nanaimo moving towards the net. Controlling the ball is Bremner. He shoots. Roik the save. Rebound on the floor, and it's right into Roik's stick, but back in call. It's going to be Nanaimo possession. Roik's furious, but Nanaimo's getting the ball back.
I'm not certain that was a back in. I believe, in fact, that it went off of the Nanaimo stick, but that's okay. It's what the ref saw. Greg Pepper's a good referee.
Clark passes it off. Bremner puts it across to Lee, to Cody Bremner. To Lee, Wine shoots, he scores! Outside shot and a beauty, hat trick for Lee. It's 12-11.
Again, movement on the ball in the power play. Burton played dearly for that one. Back to a 1-goal game, but again, Nanaimo moved the ball 5 feet off the dotted line. Bit of a screen. Excellent play by Nanaimo on the power play. Here's the cross-floor pass and a quick shot, top corner.
Still lots of time left. Shamrocks in a 1-goal lead.
Burton won the face-off again.
Shamrocks trying to slow the pace of the game down right now. 2:23 in the clock running. Reese Dutch. 10 on the 30 for Dutch. Dutch looking, running, takes the push, makes the pass off.
4 seconds.
McShane, Dutch fires, missed with it, and that 30-second possession will run out.
Haven't seen Ben McCullough out the back door tall for Vancouver Victoria. I mean, he hasn't been on the floor. Usually a good little defender. So here's the ball down the bench side of the floor.
Clark with it. Passes it across the other side. Cullen moves it in for Lee. Shamrock's going to take possession of the ball now. Here's a break to the goal, and there's an opportunity in tight from a stiff angle. What a goal from Garland. He had no angle, it looked like, but he beat Dubinsky, and the Shamrocks are up by 2.
If you watch the replay, the defender thought he was past the net and eased off. Excellent second effort by the Victoria Shamrocks. Excellent effort by McFarland here. See, the defender eased off, left him, thought he was going behind the net. Excellent play.
What a finish. We have to pick the 3 stars.
It's a tough game to do that.
That's going to be tough. Shatler, Dutch, Dubinsky, Jones and Lee with hat tricks for Nanaimo. As you're writing Shatler down, he might be my number 1 guy.
Yeah, it's Shatler's played an excellent game, really put them back in the game in that second period, and here in the third. Of course, Corey Conway, too, has just made a lot of plays.
Here's Conway controlling late in the possession, puts it to the front, and the shot clock winds out. 1:09 remaining in the third period. Outlet pass from Dubinsky. Red Howries towards the Victoria goal. Howries trying to barge through. 1 minute to go. Dubinsky scrambling back into play as Miles Kenny comes towards the front. Kenny in control. Drops the ball back to Reese Dutch. Jim, you and I have to pick it together, but I'd go Shatler. Jones would be my 1-2 probably. Jones with that hat trick for Nanaimo. I think he's been very good.
Well, Randy Lee has 3.
He has 3 as well.
And 2. He's leading with 5 points, actually. He's got 3 and 2, or 2 goals and 3 assists. Randy Jones. Yeah, Shatler has 6. Reese Dutch has 3 and 3. Shatler has 2 and 4. You know, it's a tough one to pick here, but I'd say Jeff Shatler, 2nd star in Nanaimo.
And then do you go to Dutch? Go to Dubinsky for number 3? Dubinsky number 3.
And I'd say Reese Dutch, that 2nd star.
Okay, let's do it. Shatler, Dutch,
and
Dubinsky are 3 stars.
Yeah. It's 49 shots to 40 for Victoria right now in this 13-11 game. And a lot of those shots have been in tight off, inside the crease, almost, right inside on top of him. You got to give him credit. The kid stood on his head.
28.5 seconds to go and a 2-goal Victoria lead. Nanaimo in full-on desperation mode there as you see that huge goal from an angle by Ethan Garland, making it 13-11 on the Shaw TV camera replay. Nanaimo going 6-on-5 here, Jim, in desperation time.
It's been an excellent game. 13-goal second period. The Canadian champs are on the floor now with a lead with 23 seconds left. Here's their 6-on-5.
Chance from the side for Howries. His shot didn't get through. Ball bouncing. Howries trying to recover it. Picks it up on the bounce. 13 seconds from the outside. Lee passes. Shot from Clark. Ball deflects to the side. 9 seconds to go. Clark takes the tumble in the corner. McIntyre there for the Timbermen. And Harnett will take the ball for the final touch. And the game will finish 13-11.
Excellent game by both teams. Nanaimo has to stand proud after that one. Victoria Shamrocks took it over in that second period. We did have a 13-goal second period. Excellent game. Played under good circumstances, clean penalties. Excellent game.
And what a different story than what we saw a week ago on the home opener. The Victoria Shamrocks winning 18-6 over the Nanaimo Timbermen and looking like a team that Nanaimo could not play with. And the Shamrocks looking like that veteran team again tonight, winning 13-11. The only difference in this game really was that Nanaimo was a much better team. They fall to 1-2. The Shamrocks 3-0 out of the gate. The defending Man Cup champions, looking like they have that type of form right here again. Let's head down to floor level now, and we're going to join Haley Ferguson.
Thanks, Dan. I'm here with Victoria Shamrock, Jeff Shatler. Big win over Nanaimo last Friday. What did you think the biggest difference between last game and this game was?
I didn't get to see the last game. I was still in Calgary. We were in playoffs still, but you know, after losing a game like that, you knew they were going to come out and give everything they got. They don't want to have a score and outcome like they had in the first game. So you knew they were going to give everything they got. They played a great game, and you know, to tell you the truth, we got lucky pulling that one out. You know, they had a lot of good opportunities. Their goalie Dubinsky, he played amazing, and you know, I think they played a very good game, and we just came out on top.
First period, you guys were actually down 3-1 before you came back. What do you think was the biggest difference maker? What was said in the dressing room between the periods?
Oh, it's just time to get going. You know, we maybe it was bust legs. The guys, you know, they played last night, you know, to get their legs underneath them. But when the second period came, we knew we had to put in some work, and that's what we decided to do. And we put up 8 that period, and we carried on within the third. Who
are some of the guys that stood out for you or for your team tonight that maybe don't get the recognition, like the unsung hero, for example?
You know, I think Roy played unbelievable. You know, I think our whole defense really held us into the game. I don't really know the young guys very well, but you know, I saw a lot of great things out there, and there are going to be some good players on our team coming up for a good many years. So, you know, I'm excited to play the rest of the season with these guys and then learn their tendencies, and I believe that we're going to only get better from now.
Thank you, and good game.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan. Back to you and Matt.
Well, Jim, I'd say based on tonight's game, definitely a marked improvement by the Timbermen from last year. But again, the Victoria Shamrocks showing why they are the class of the league. So your take on the game tonight?
Excellent game by both teams. Goaltending was excellent on both ends. Offense is phenomenal from Victoria. They moved the ball. I think there was 11 Victoria Shamrocks in on scoring tonight and 12 Nanaimo Timbermen. Excellent game. 13 goals in the second period, 7 in the last one. 4-3 for Victoria, the champions. Excellent game, and some great goaltending and some great goal scoring.
Absolutely. For any fans of the Shamrocks, the Timbermen really sets up for a great season this year. Now, we've been looking at goals, of course, during all the intermission, but before we get to the goals in the third period, let's take a look at some of the amazing saves that were being made, especially by Dubinsky in the Timberman net.
Yeah, I mean, he was all over, and you look at some of these shots coming from inside the dotted line, they're getting clean in there, too. It's not like they're being, not like a man on their back all the time. They're getting in clean. Here's Shatler in tight, excellent save. I mean, Jeff Shatler's a phenomenal pro player and summer league player. There's Corey Conway coming across the crease at you like it. You watch him coming at you there. That's a scary. There's Shatler again with a beautiful in tight. And then on to the goals now. Here's Nanaimo's first goal of that period. Excellent again. The ball movement was phenomenal. Nanaimo was moving the ball well. Both teams were. I think there was 7 goals in this period, and that first one was Cody Bremner, and now what we got is, this is the second goal? Yeah. I know, that's Randy Jones, the third goal. Victoria's goal, we missed an Ian McShane there. And this is again, Randy Jones. Excellent cut into the net. Here comes Reese Dutch in tight. Made a nice cut around his man to get in. Here it is again. Oh, that's Corey Conway from outside. Just a bullet from the top. Little fake to the crease and right buried in the top corner. Of course, Ryan Lee comes up with this one. It was his third goal of the night. Excellent play. And then the last one by Victoria Shamrocks is Ethan Garland. Here it comes in, nice cut. And I think the Nanaimo defender thought he was by the net, and he made an excellent second effort there to bring his hands across and put the ball in the net. Great goals, great goaltending, excellent game. Nanaimo has to be proud playing the Man Cup champs to that. And just as a second on those stats you were talking about, I'd like to just bring in, if I'm number 10 on the stats in all-time penalties, I think my friend Gordy Reset here was in between me and number 10. What do you think of the game, Gordy?
Oh, I thought it was great. I really enjoyed the game, a lot of running and such. What I missed, though, is the hitting inside the dotted line. They should not be standing in our end. They got to get knocked down.
Cross-checking. But the interesting thing for you is you played for both those teams on the floor tonight.
Yeah, I know.
So you cheered for the winner.
I pulled out a black shirt and I had Shamrocks. Oh, I went, wait a minute, I live here.
Yeah, but I believe if I'm top 10 in the penalties, I think you're in between me and number 10.
Top 10, okay, sounds good.
Thanks, Gordy.
Thanks. Awesome. Thanks so much, Gordy. And again, thanks, Jim, for your analysis again tonight. You talked about the 3 stars. Two from the Shamrocks, one from the
and
Timbermen.
Reese Dutch, Jeff Shatler. Honestly, I mean, he got not as many goals as Reese Dutch, but his playmaking, his ball possession, his loose balls, phenomenal. Reese Dutch, of course, excellent goal scorer, excellent player, and of course Dubinsky for his goal down. 49 shots tonight versus 39. He was phenomenal. He played good, so he deserved a third star.
Absolutely. All right, great stuff, Jim. Thank you very much. And again, thank you to the teams for an amazing game here at the Frank Crane Arena in Nanaimo. Final score one more time: Victoria Shamrocks 13, Nanaimo Timbermen 11. On behalf of myself and Dan and Jim up in the booth, Haley down in the down by the benches, and Todd Jones at controls, and all of our crew here at Shaw TV. Thank you so much for watching WLA Senior A Lacrosse from here in Nanaimo.